I was just like, oh no, no, my hands are here, okay? Like, stop it. Hey everyone, it's Shidabella. Today for you guys, I have a story time about when I used to teach in South Korea. This was like a few years back now, and it's a really interesting story. I had an assignment with my students about teen plastic surgery. It's interesting because of what the students interpreted this assignment as, but I'll get into that later in the video. Before we do that though, I want to talk to you guys about this amazing company that has partnered with me today, and that brand is Ana Luisa. If you didn't know already, Ana Luisa is a jewelry brand that creates sustainably crafted pieces. They are an ethical brand with a less is just enough mentality, striving to create high quality jewelry with as little waste as possible. The pieces I have on in this video are the mini huggy hoop, the rocks mini, as well as the Hannah marble earrings. I love how small and dainty these pieces are, as well as the fact that I have zero irritation while wearing them, even over an extended period of time. Their pieces also come with a 1-year warranty, so you can feel good knowing that your purchase is also being protected. This story starts out circa 2017, 2018, around there. I was teaching in a hagwon. I was teaching around middle school age kids, so that's like 12 to 15 years of age. And there was this one class in particular that I absolutely hated. I don't want to say I hate kids, but if I could punch... FBI, open up! No, just joking. But like, I really did not like this class, and the feelings were a little bit mutual because I could feel that the students also did not like me very much, because we would always kind of get into these little tiffs, you know? And the supervisor of the hagwon would often have to come into that class and kind of help me manage it, because like I had very poor management skills. That's how I know I cannot be a teacher. I'm not really good at like classroom management, and if the class is like really unruly and they like to test you, I don't know what to do. I really don't. That was one of the issues that I was having with this particular classroom. And I remember around this time we had a specific assignment. It was about teenagers who had gotten plastic surgery. In my mind, I'm trying to figure out like, who is a teenager that I know that has gotten plastic surgery? And then it hit me. Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner obviously was a teenager, got her lips done, and she's the one that has started this entire like lip filler movement. So I was like, okay, she's perfect for this assignment. It's gonna work out. It worked out a little bit too well. I decided to do all this research on Kylie Jenner. I found these videos on YouTube showcasing how Kylie Jenner had transitioned from, you know, the normal teenage girl look to her more look that she has today. The lip fillers, the boobs, the butt, everything. So I was like, what do you guys think about how she transitioned from this person here to this? Because that was a whole assignment, teens and plastic surgery, how plastic surgery is becoming more and more rampant within society, and how even young teens are starting to alter their bodies to fit into societal beauty standards. We all know that in South Korea, it is normal to get like the double eyelid surgery and stuff like that. So we talked a little bit about that too, but primarily what I was trying to get the kids to discuss was definitely the Kylie Jenner thing, because her transition was just so extreme. You cannot miss the changes that she made to herself. So I showed them that, and I was asking them questions. I'm like, okay, so how do you think she changed? Do you think it was a big change, a massive change? What are the things that you think that she changed about herself? And I remember there was this one slide in particular in one of the YouTube videos. They showed a literal side-by-side comparison of Kylie Jenner in the past when she was younger, as opposed to like her now, I would say, evolved form. And one of my students, like, a little bit of backstory about this student, okay, and I think it's okay for me to say his name because it's not really his name anyway. They all obviously had Korean names. The academy gave the students a name. Either they gave them a name or the student was allowed to pick a name for themselves, and it was typically an English name. It's not his name anyway, so I'm not doxing the kid by saying his name. His name was Jonathan, and me and Jonathan, okay? Me and Jonathan, we didn't like each other. It was very obvious that me and Jonathan were just not, we weren't friends, all right? Like, Jonathan made my life a living hell. I know it's wrong to hit children, but if I had the opportunity, I'm joking, okay? It's a joke. Stop it. Stop writing in the comments. I see you. Cut it out. He was the ringleader of the classroom, right? Like, there's always that one kid that likes to test you as an adult, and he was that kid. And anything that Jonathan did, everybody else in the class followed. But you have to understand that it's a Hagwon, so it's a private academy, so there's not a lot of kids in the classroom at one time. So I think in that particular class there was maybe 5 kids in total, maybe 4 boys, 1 girl. Usually sometimes the girl would side with me just because she felt bad for me, and that was about it. But all of the other boys, if Jonathan did something, all of them are doing it. So just to get back on topic, Jonathan sees the side-by-side comparison of Kylie when she was younger without the plastic surgery and the updated video, or the updated slide of her with all of her surgeries. He looks at the before, then he looks at the after, then he looks at the before again, and he says, "Teacher, you look like the after of Kylie Jenner." I'm just like, wait, what? Like, no. And then he continues. He goes, "Teacher, did you get plastic surgery?" But how? How did you put... Jonathan surmises, right? Because Kylie's after image looks somehow close to mine, that I myself must have gotten plastic surgery. That's the only way that this can make sense, right? I just burst out in laughter. I could not help myself. There was no other way for me to process that other than to laugh. And all the students are just looking at me like, they're just so confused. Lovely Jonathan takes this as confirmation that yes, our teacher has gotten plastic surgery, because why else would she be laughing? Dearest Jonathan just continued with that. He took that and he ran with it. He was freaking what's that girl, Shakari Robinson?
Yeah, her name is actually Shakari Richardson.
I saw these students every other day. Let's say I worked Monday through Friday throughout the week. Wednesday, Friday, I would get a certain batch of students. Tuesday, Thursday, different set of students. So they alternate that kind of basis, right? So then anytime dearest Jonathan would come into my class, ever since that assignment, he just did not forget. In his mind, his foreign teacher from the Americas had gotten plastic surgery. That's not where the story ends, all right? That's just the iceberg, the tip of the iceberg. I would continue teaching him, and because I told you how I burst out laughing instead of denying it, instead of telling him that he was being ridiculous, I mean, I kind of did. No, sir. I did not get plastic surgery. I was born with these features. She bought hers. I did deny it after I had calmed myself from my laughter, but it had already sunk in for dearest Jonathan, so he was not gonna let that go. So anytime Jonathan would come back to my class and I would ask him any random question, I could literally ask him whatever, he would have a very specific answer for me. So I'll just give you guys an example. Hey Jonathan, what's the answer to number 5? Plastic surgery. That's... what? All right, let's try a different question. Jonathan, what color is the sky? Plastic surgery. Okay, what's 2 plus 2, Jonathan?
Plastic surgery.
And that continued on for weeks. And it continued on so long that even the other students started joining in with Jonathan. Anytime I would ask them questions, guess what their answers were? Just take a wild guess. Was it plastic? Yeah, it was plastic surgery. I don't even remember what I did to try to get these students to stop, because again, I was not a good teacher, at least not in the management of behavior. I was good at teaching the kids if they were good kids, but if they weren't, then we would have all kinds of issues. I think they just eventually just got bored. Like, Jonathan just got bored of that and he found something else to torment me with. This was the same student. Like, just to end this video off with another interesting story about this kid and the way that he tormented me and probably would have ruined my life if I stayed there any longer. There was another instance where we had to take the students' phones, okay? So anytime the students came into the classroom, it was our job as these teachers to take the students' phone away from them and put them in like a bin at the front of the classroom, because the management did not want the students using their phones during class. They didn't want them texting, going on YouTube, the whole 9 yards. They didn't even want the kids being on the internet, and the kids love doing that. You know, they're kids. They don't really want to learn. They just want to play. There was one instance where I was going around the classroom and I was assisting the kids with whatever assignment that they were working on at the time. And I noticed that Jonathan has his phone and he has it in his lap, right? So he's like texting or doing whatever the heck he's doing on his phone, but he has his phone in his lap and he's looking down at it. So I'm, you know, casually walking through the classroom and I spot him on his phone. So I'm just like, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and snatch that because he's not supposed to have it anyway. I reach down, I try to get the phone from him. This child says to me, teacher, why are you me? I'm gonna tell that you're me. And I was just like, oh no, my hands are here, okay? Like, stop it. This child is trying to send me to jail.
I'm going to jail!
Not you saying I'm trying to be like, oh God, oh no. Jonathan was a character. Eventually I did get the phone from him, but I was terrified of touching him from that point forward, because not you trying to get me sent to jail over a cell phone. I'm not doing that, Jonathan. No thanks, okay? That was the type of student that Mr. Jonathan was. He was not a delightful person to be around, but because of him, I now have these stories that I am now sharing with you guys. And you could do with that what you will. That is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed my story time. I want to remind you guys again that if you would like, you could go ahead and check out Anna Luisa. I really would like you guys to have a special pair of jewelry as well. I will have the details down in the description box. You get 20% off everything in the store for their summer sale. But I want to thank you guys again so much for watching this video, for tuning into my channel, for giving me over 6,000 subscribers. When did that even happen? I know I took a hiatus because I needed to take a step back from social media in general, because I was in a very like low mental state, so I just needed to take a step back. But I was looking at my channel and I was like seeing the growth. I don't know how I got here, but I just want to thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel, and I'm so happy that you've been enjoying my content, and I hope to continue to give you guys great content that you're gonna enjoy and want to come back to. So thank you so much for just being here. Thank you. Bye.